of Monarch Entertainment. So Taylor is our manager.
Shout out Taylor.
Shout out Taylor. Rory and Shay Lyric are the other artists. I'm the only R&B artist, but outside of Monarch, we have our family. So like Broderick Jones and Lee Sampson. We all just kind of do everything together.
How do you go about like finding your team and your management? Did that take a while to do?
Yeah, so I actually met Lee Sampson first at karaoke. He was working there, security at Tin Roof.
Yeah.
So that's how I met him. And then I met Taylor. I did a audition and she was a judge there.
So she's been in the music scene then?
Yeah,
Okay,
and she was actually managing Lee Sampson first. So then she brought me on as a second artist.
Okay. And then Rory came on, right?
Yep, and then Rory followed, and then most recently Shay.
And then Shay. So do you guys have a set date like where you guys all get together to work and like rehearse or stuff like that, or how does that work with the team?
We just have like 3,000 group chats.
3,000 group chats.
We have like just the ladies of Monarch, and then we have everybody in Monarch.
Everybody's spamming.
There's so many group chats, but we're planning our first like big meeting with everyone and just gonna build off each other and ideas and try to get some things going as a group.
I always thought like having multiple people is better because it's like you got more brains that can think about different ideas, how to work it, how to start it. But I was gonna say, so Taylor, you said you met her through that she was judge.
Yes.
Was like performing, like artists performing there?
So there's multiple different artists, and I can't exactly remember what it was. I know they were trying to put like some kind of showcase together, and they wanted artists. Okay. I don't think it ever happened, but
how long ago was that?
That was about 2 years ago.
So you've been with her for 2 years now?
Maybe? Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
I was kind of already doing my own thing. I think I already had my own project out before Taylor, and then I was building my second one. Actually, I was just making music to make it, but then when I was with her, she was like, "Nope, let's make a project."
Make a project from there.
Yeah.
So when did you start? Because I was, I was doing my lurking there, and I saw that. I think your first album was it 2022. Yeah, 2022.
Yes.
So what inspired you to start at that time?
Yeah, so I dropped a single in 21. It was just kind of for shits and giggles, to be honest. And at the time, like I was kind of going through like a huge breakup. Everybody knows about it, but like I called my engagement off. And so for me to cope, I was just like, I need to just write about it, I guess. So that kind of inspired it. And I look at music more as like therapy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
More than anything. And it's nice hearing people be able to relate to what you're writing.
Exactly.
So that's really like, that's where I get my peace.
Because I was going to say, because when I listened to your music, I could see the different stages that you were hitting.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, were you going through, I know for a fact you were going through a breakup when I was listening to them. So
Absolutely.
What's it called? So how many projects did you drop in 2022?
Jeez. I dropped an EP in October of 22, and then just after that, it was just a bunch of singles.
A bunch of singles?
Yes, and then 24. Oh, I skipped a whole project. 2023, yes, I dropped in like April of 23. I dropped Soft Girl Era, so that was my second EP, and then 24 February was Mood Swings.
Mood Swings? I was gonna say, do you have a preference when it comes to like versus like albums or singles? Do you have a preference?
Man, singles are fun, but I feel like you really have to push a single, and I'm still working on how to do that. Project, I kind of just, like I said, I have like a whole thing of songs. I just want to get it over with. Yeah, and then move on to the next thing.
Because I was gonna say, sometimes the part of music too is that I feel like how you were saying stages is that sometimes you're like, I'm not in that phase anymore, and you're like, I don't want to drop that anymore. Like you're not in the mood for it, you're not feeling that no more.
Yep.
And
the crazy part about it all is like, for instance, like there's a song I put out a year ago in July, and it didn't become popular until almost a year later, and then now I'm like, that song, it's addicted, and
What do you think made it go popular after
TikTok? No, actually, it went. I dropped the music video to it, so the music video came out like months later, and I got a lot of random views. I think I'm at over 70,000 views on it.
Crazy.
Yeah, so like people are finding, I don't know what algorithm I hit, like something happened, and like then someone put it on TikTok, like a K-pop creator that makes these fan page things. Like she
What?
posted it on
K-pop?
TikTok. Yes. So like that song's like big with K-pop fans.
Mhm.
It was just the most random thing ever. And so now like when something becomes popular, then it's like, okay, now you got to ride that wave. And I'm not gonna say I hate that song, but it's not like that was like one of those fun songs I just did just because I needed a ratchet anthem. And now I feel like I have to make more music like that, but I don't want to. But that's part of the game. So
that TikTok thing is pretty big right now, especially like a lot of artists are hopping on. And I've seen that where some artists talk about they're like, yeah, I'm not over that song, but like now it's like trending. It's random. You just never know when it's gonna blow up.
Never know.
Never know. That's the crazy part. So do you post your music there, or you post funny stuff on TikTok?
Big TikToks, huh?
I'm horrible at TikTok. I'm horrible at reels. I'm actually really bad with those. Like I have so much things I could do a vlog and a reel on, but I'm just not savvy. And then I don't know when to post things.
Does Taylor manage all that, or?
Yes, she tries to. Like she'll tell me to do. This is where I go. This is. I'm in my head a lot. So like she'll give me ideas. Like you need to get your friends to join this trend or try doing this. And I hate making TikToks. I hate it. I make them, but
yeah, I'm like the hardest part is literally having to sit there and also edit and put it together. So does she do the editing too then?
I do the editing.
You do the editing?
Yes.
Okay.
Taylor is like, she's like the enforcer. Like, when are you going to do it? You need to do it now. You need to do it today. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
What about you and me? I know you be slacking sometimes too.
Editing?
No, with your TikToks or like content and stuff.
Man.
Yeah, just editing is annoying. Like I can film it and stuff and just come up with ideas and like, but then when I think about actually doing it and editing, it's just like,
See, with me, like,
because we don't even have a TikTok and we need to.
We do have a TikTok.
We do?
Yeah.
We haven't posted though, right?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, unless
See?
you have.
I'm telling you, it's just something about TikTok. Like, I'll try to vlog because I got so many events and things I do on it. Like, it's my norm at this point. But my issue is I'll start strong with every step by step, and then I get really into the moment and missed a big, huge chunk of what I should have filmed. And then I just like, it doesn't make
That's
any
how
sense
it was
now.
for us. Like when we started like doing more like podcasts and like just going out to shows, at the end of the day we'd be like, dang, we should have vlogged that.
Every time.
You miss the good parts at the end when you're like, you don't want to record it.
Exactly.
So what inspires a song nowadays for you?
Experience. One thing about me is I will not write about something I'm not going through. Every single song was inspired probably by somebody.
By somebody.
Yeah.
You have any inspirations when it comes to like music that you like to listen to or kind of relate to?
Yeah, I like for modern day right now, I'm really into Kiana Lee, can never say Lede. I love her a lot. Kehlani. Those are like my bigger inspirations. And of course I have my old school.
Gotta go back to the old school.
That's Mariah. Yes, Mariah, Whitney, all of them. Those are like my idols.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to what's in tune now, like I love Kehlani the most because she changes up her sound. And I think as an artist, I've actually been told this. I ain't gonna say any names, but someone has said like, oh, I don't think Asia found her sound yet, and I don't think I need to stick to a sound. Like,
no, you shouldn't.
I want to be versatile. If I want to make country music, I'm just gonna make country music. No.
Would you?
I would. I would just want to do it right. With me, I want to make sure if I'm gonna execute something, I want to do it the right way and give it some justice. You know.
So what do you do on your free time?
Work 9 to 5. I sell Fords. But no, I really just try to spend as much time with family and friends. Like I said, I was blessed enough to have people like when they know I'm so busy, like they'll just come to my things because they know that's how they can like spend time with me. So I'm blessed to not have anybody like complain about that. So it's nice.
How do you go about like or does Taylor do all that? Like go about finding shows and stuff?
Yeah, so she gets the majority of my bookings. She's an event coordinator, so she works with multiple different companies, and it's really cool on how she can like incorporate her artists into those bookings. And then of course some are just like I get some bookings on my own just from people reaching out to me. So collectively, like that's why it's so much because we got her working around the clock and me working around the clock, and the next thing I know, my whole June was just like
it just flew by.
Just gone.
How would you say like a new artist would go about finding a manager, or like someone like Taylor, or when would be the right time to get a manager?
I feel like you have to kind of prove your work ethic first before you should even consider a manager. I feel like some people, like, they right away get into the game and they're like, I want a manager, because they feel like they need a manager because they don't know where to start. But I feel like you need to know how to do those things on your own first, and build up your reputation and your workload, and then say, okay, now I need a manager.
Exactly.
Because like a manager, technically she or he is not supposed to just do all the work for you. You got to know how to hold your own weight. But it's supposed to make it easier for you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know that a lot of artists, I usually DM us and they're like, hey, like, what do you think is the best time? But I mean, I've never even thought about it like that. You got to know, like, you got to make sure you do it on your own first, figure it out, and then go from there.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, like, your managers are humans too. So they might be going through something, or they might be busy, or might be on vacation. And you got to know how to hold and be able to do things your own, to take some of the weight off your manager's shoulders sometimes.
Is she your first manager that you've ever worked with?
Yes.
That's good there. Because I was like, yeah, I bet she's pretty busy, because then she has Rari, Shay, and balancing there out. So
Man.
Most of the time, do you guys perform together too, like in the same shows? Okay. That makes sense.
It's nice. We all kind of just help each other out, and I don't know, it's great. I love it. Those are my favorite shows, is when they're there too.
They're all there.
Yeah. Or if we're not performing with them, like, or at the same show, we're always supporting each other, showing up. So it's like our own little fan club.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but because I was gonna say, have you guys ever thought about maybe like hosting an event where it's just you guys performing?
Oh, yes.
Or something like that?
Yes. I see that. That might be in the works.
That might be coming up.
I don't even think Shay and Rory know, but it's in the works.
Spoilers.
Yes.
And I always see you with the backup dancers.
Oh, yes.
I like that. I was literally telling him the other day, I was like, I like that you keep it different to like my head of like, I think of when they say Asia, I'm like, yeah, backup dancers dancing, she's up in stage. Yes. Is that something that you thought about doing and starting on, and then you were like, I just want to be different like that, or what made you?
So like I told myself, so before I started performing, I was going to other shows, and I'd go for inspiration, but I also go to see how can I be different. And I feel like sometimes in Kansas City you're like put into a box. So I was like, I want to do something different. And yes, since you said that, it is kind of hard, because I feel like now I'm expected to always have the backup dancers in the band, and I'm like, that's expensive. Y'all don't even know. So like, I try to like do shows like differently each time. So like I've had kind of like the same songs and shows. Like, so with this album, like, it's obviously dancers, but I'm working on something new, and I have a whole new idea on when I start performing that, whatever art I come up with.
For your dancers, do you have a specific team that you work with, or like you picked out your dancers, or how did that work for you?
Yeah, so the first time I did dancers, I had Jade and I had Emma. Jaden and Emma. I met Jaden through Instagram, and then Abby was our choreographer, and I used to coach modeling, and I coached her in modeling, so I trusted her judgment. She helped me find the other dancer. The second time around, we did auditions, because I needed way more dancers.
That's crazy. Yeah. So auditions. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it was really cool to see like how many people, like came out for it, and it was a fun experience. But
have you ever had a mess up like on stage?
Oh my goodness.
Or one of them?
Not with the dancers. I've gotten lucky to not have any like mess ups with dancers, but more so like myself.
Yourself? I think
lyrics.
My biggest fear would be like if I'm on stage and I slip or fall or something.
Oh man,
that would be like
I'm terrified of that.
Especially because I think you wear heels too, right? When you're
Oh my gosh, yes.
So that means that you have to practice a lot of that breathing controlling, because you're dancing and that like get tired of way more.
Oh yeah, and in high school I was in show choir, so it was like dancing and singing, and they used to make us run and sing and do all these things, and then obviously I didn't do that for a long time, and I'm out of shape. So that was like one of my biggest struggles, was my breathing control. But when you're the main artist, I can pick and choose when to actually dance. Like I don't actually have to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like somewhat optional for me. So if I know I'm out of breath, like I'll just stop dancing and let them do it.
Let them do it. You're like, I need a break right now.
Heck yeah.
No, but I give you props for that because that's something that I picked up that was different. Because like you said, everybody in KC is like in a box.
Yeah.
And when I saw you, I was like, that makes you even look way more professional. Like I was like, damn, like are you signed? Like who are you? And I looked you up and I was like, okay.
Yeah, and you know, this is another kind of topic. I've noticed like in Kansas City, people get offended because I'm noticing like more female artists now. They're wanting to incorporate dancers, and like some people get offended by that. But I love to see it. Like I always want to inspire people to like.
What do you mean by offended? Like,
well, some people feel like, oh, I started this and now she wants to do it, and she's copying me. Like I don't look at it that way. I look at it like I want to set the tone. Is how I want to do things.
Especially as women, I feel like even now we see it in the music industry. Is like you see women like they're all the artists are getting together and they've overpowered now like the music scene. So it's just the power of helping each other and getting inspired. So
exactly. And
we're mentioning the box, like KC box. What is that like? Go more into that because we understand what you're talking about. We're trying to figure out like throughout this whole show we've been doing because everybody keeps mentioning we're trying to get out of here. We're trying to like there's like a box. There's not really room to grow. There's like a cap limit because everybody like pretty much does the same in the same scenario type of way.
Yeah.
What is the box? What do you mean by that?
So I look at it differently. Yeah. So like the box is exactly what you said. People feel like you can only go so far in Kansas City. And I feel like Kansas City is a great place to start and to gain your experience and kind of get your foot in through the door. I do feel like you can excel in Kansas City. I don't think location has anything to do with how you succeed.
Especially with the internet.
Yeah. And I feel like Kansas City is the best because like I said, a lot of people here, they not copy, but they get inspired because you're in such a, like, it's small.
Yeah, there's only so much to
right.
It's like everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And it's small. So like, for instance, like I have the dancers and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. So I'm going to try that. I want to do that when I do my music. So they do that, which is fine. But I think where it comes into play is like, how I look at it is like, okay, she wants to do dancers and everything now what can I do to be different? I'm ready to start the next thing. And I feel like Kansas City it's like a challenge. It pushes you to keep trying new things and to get out of this so-called box. And I think like if you're in a bigger city, it's much harder to be different than when you're in a smaller city like this because there's way more competition and way more people doing those things. So
that's what another artist, I don't remember. I think it was Moody. It was Moody. No, Moody mentioned that he was like, everybody wants to leave the city, but sometimes when you do leave the city, it's kind of like, it's a lot more people that are doing the same thing. So you got to think even harder about how to make it different.
Exactly. And I actually get like, I was looking at my analytics the other day and Kansas City shows me the most love out of anywhere, which that's rare when you're a local artist. It's very rare where your city gives you the most support. Exactly. And I think it's because I'm consistently trying something different and not blending into this crowd. Now, if I go in like New York, Atlanta, it's going to be a little bit harder because everybody got dancers out there. Everybody got backup singers, a band. Like you have to really push yourself to try to be different.
So do you ever perform outside of Kansas City?
Not yet. I've gotten some offers to do some showcases in Arizona or like I have like a few people out there that want to bring me out there or to LA, and that is definitely my goal. It's just finding the time. And I know for a fact before I do that, I want to make sure I'm ready and I want to make sure like I have a solid team and you know, we really execute it the way it's supposed to be.
Is there a city that you have in mind that you're like, I really want to perform here?
Atlanta.
Oh
my goodness, yes. Love that
I feel
place.
like the music scene is just different.
Just because
it's the like culture out there. It's all music based. Like I've done some modeling out in Atlanta, and it would be fun to kind of like flip the switch and get into the music scene out there. But they just have all the resources that I need.
Oh yeah.
What are those resources?
Like for instance, like some small things like music video scenes. Like they have built sets all over Atlanta, like in studios and like just the support. And the support in Atlanta is a little different too because they're so used to people doing music. Like they're like, let's hear it, let's see it. I want to see what you got, like on the spot and without any hesitation. So
I feel like here it's like you tell them you do music, you're like, oh, they're like, oh, you do music.
yeah, I've gotten that. I don't know how many people have told me like, oh, I actually took time to listen to you and you're actually really good. I didn't expect it because everybody says they do music or everybody says they do that. And it's hard to get people to really listen to you out here because everybody does music.
So how old were you then when you first like started to like make music or mess around with that?
I never made my original music until when I dropped my single in 2021. That was my first song I wrote and recorded by myself.
I'm honestly, I'm surprised, like I'm impressed because most of the time like it's only been a couple of years and then to see where you're at now, it's amazing.
I love it too.
It's like the work you've been putting in.
I mean, I've always done music, but like it was like I did jazz choirs and show choirs and I used to do like classical music and sing in different languages and stuff like that growing up in high school and musical theater, but I never wrote my own stuff.
Did you play instruments too?
Oh no, I tried. Look, I'm Asian. It was the piano or the violin. I chose the violin. That was the wrong choice.
Cause are you originally from here?
I'm actually so my family's from Wichita. So I like did my early years in Wichita, Kansas. And then 4th through high school, I was in Junction City, Kansas. So there's nothing out there.
So what made you want to move out here then?
I was chasing a boyfriend.
Was that where that album was?
Oh no, this was a very old forgotten relationship.
Like we don't talk about that.
Oh no,
Also,
that one doesn't count.
You briefly mentioned last time, and I went on YouTube and stuff. We were talking about how you were in that show.
Oh my God, Divorce Court. Yeah, I love bringing that up. It's like a shock factor to people. Yeah, Divorce Court. That was a.
So what was all that about? Like I don't think I only saw like a little bit of it. I couldn't really like find it.
Hold on, let me.
It's everywhere. It's on Hulu. It's on YouTube. But no, okay. So I was being petty one day, and we're watching Divorce Court, and I think my ex pissed me off, and at the end it says, "If you or anyone you know, blah 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 blah, call this number, send this." So I was like, "Oh, bet." So I just like, sent our information in, forgot about it. 6 months later, I get a call and they're like, yeah, we're the casting for Divorce Court. We'd love to have you guys. And I'm like, oh, he's not going to want to do this. He had no idea I did any of that. But I told him about it. But I was thinking on a business aspect. I said, listen, you're trying to push your videography. Like, I'm really into this modeling stuff right now. Like, we can really do something with this. Like, it's a little bit of exposure. And it worked out.
It worked out?
Yes.
Was he against that first? Or
he was so against it. I had to, like, sell him on it. He was like, no.
So how did that go about then? Like, they contact you, then you reach back and you tell them, like, yeah, I want to be on there. And then you fly out there? Or
yeah, so, like, it was, like, real fast after that. They contacted me. They contacted him. They basically asked for like 5 relationship issues I had and 5 he had. Then we had to give stories and they flew us out. And then we were there for the weekend and sent us home. It was at Tyler Perry Studios. It was a pretty cool experience.
So was it paid for too then?
Yes, we got paid. It sucks we don't get paid every time, they play it, which is quite often because I still get, this is like back in 2019, 2018. I still get messages from random people.
Yeah.
That's watching the episode. Like, I just saw your episode. So embarrassing.
Did you have to like be a little extra with it too then?
So the crazy part is everything on that show was real stories. Nothing was fake. People think it's staged, but like it's real, like a real court case.
I thought it was staged. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it was real.
I thought it was staged.
The only thing that was fake about it was she told me the opening line I had to say to start the show. And then they had cue cards on like when to talk about things and when to interrupt each other just to like transition into the next topic. Other than that, stories are all real.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You ever been on anything else other than like?
I have not. I almost went on that show, Are You the One, that dating show on MTV.
Oh, yep.
Oh my gosh. I got casted, but then I ended up getting into a relationship. So they were like, nope, you can't come.
No. So was it to like find a partner too?
Yeah. Okay, it was like you're supposed to find your love match. You have to guess who your perfect match is. And if the house wins, you guys split the pot of money or something like that.
Okay. I've seen some of those on Netflix.
Are those real or are those all scripted?
Honestly, that I had no idea. I didn't get that far.
But yeah, most of those shows are like reality TV shows are scripted, right?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I
So
wouldn't
do
exactly.
you think America's Next Top Model stuff like that when they're like fighting and stuff? Do you think that's scripted? Or not?
I think it's real. I think they stir the pot and then kind of just like, okay, like I think they create the scenario in a way, like they know, so like, let's say they know somebody has a fear of spiders. So on purpose, they're going to put someone with spiders to like, so like, you know, the scenario is like set up, but the reactions are real. That's how I see it.
That's crazy. I don't think I would be part of that.
Yeah, no more reality TV for me. I'm done with that. Never again.
What do you watch? Do you like when you watch TV? What do you typically watch?
I don't get to watch a lot of TV.
Really?
I don't. Like, I like to watch documentaries. I'm a documentary nerd.
What kind of documentaries?
Oh, gosh, y'all gonna look at me crazy. Murder documentaries.
I like
you
the
watch
murder
that
ones
Murder
too.
Makeup
Yes.
Girl?
Yeah, I do watch her.
Yeah,
I love
wife,
that.
My wife, that's all she watches.
Yes, I used to sit up and do my makeup with her and just listen to her tell all those stories.
I like to listen to the crime scenes too. Their
Yes.
stories.
First 48, my son was a baby. He used to sit up and watch First 48 with me. I'm a horrible mother. But he would watch it. It's all bad. He didn't know what was going on.
He won't know. He won't know.
He's all right.
Who's an artist that you want to collab with?
So I'm really into Don Tolliver. I love him. Like, I think he would be a really cool collaboration. That's like my dream collaboration. But for here, I really want to do something with Broderick. I feel like he's the only person out of our group that we
Haven't
have.
done anything with him?
I know we haven't
What?
done anything. Like,
Crazy.
I
He
feel
does
like-
because does he even have like a? Because he mainly drops singles too, right? I've seen a couple projects, but I've seen any singles.
he dropped an EP not too long ago. That's doing pretty good. But yeah, I was like, we need to just
We need that collab then.
we need a collab.
What are we
so
waiting for, Broderick?
Broderick Jones.
You know, he's
get it
actually our
together.
first guest
Really?
on the podcast.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's so fun.
Yeah.
He's
so
funny
dope.
too.
He is hilarious. I love him.
He's been on he's been
He's been in a lot of stuff on
all
TV.
stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's got like connections, a lot of connections stuff. Like at least from an outsider's perspective, because I don't really know him that well.
Mhm.
But he's got like a lot of connections and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. And his quality is just
Oh, yeah.
A1.
He
He also knows how to like. He has a camera and he knows how to do it, right?
his vlog, like I inspire to vlog like he does or have the content that he does.
Did he upload the vlog where he was like
When he was lassoing people?
uh-huh.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh,
I helped him.
yeah,
I
yeah.
helped him with the shoot with the one where they went to the Renaissance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I helped shoot that one.
And I just, it's funny because it's just like, that's literally him.
Yeah.
That's just his personality. Like, and that's what I want. Like, I feel like a lot of people think I'm just like serious all the time, but I want people to see a lot of my behind the scenes. I really don't take a lot of things serious, like music videos and at the studio. Like, I need people to see this. I've just been thinking, like, I need a show.
Is that stuff that you would upload to your channel, or
Yeah.
you'll create another one?
Yeah, I would definitely just, I like keeping everything on my personal stuff because I want people to see, like, I want them to see everything. Most people are like, I need to separate my personal life. And I'm like, this is my personal life. So this is
who I
my
am.
life. Yeah. So I want you to see it all.
So have you been uploading vlogs or no?
No.
I think the last one was like a year ago. or
Yeah.
so?
I'm like
Yeah.
horrible. Like I even tried something as simple. I tried to like posting making a chicken recipe and I left like 3 steps out when I was, because I got really into the cooking and I was like, damn.
So I forgot that.
Yeah, I'm just not good at remembering to get everything.
You shoot from your phone, or like whenever you do content for yourself? Yeah.
My phone.
The
I'm gonna
good
get
thing
a
about the
camera.
iPhones is they got good quality. So
Except mine. Shout out to my 4-year-old. He broke my camera.
Stopping the vlogs, huh?
Just, yeah, that is a part of it. I can't zoom out too far. I thought it getting blurry. So kids are great.
Yeah. So what's next for you?
Yeah, so right now I have a single I'm gonna drop. Hopefully soon if I'd get it together. I've just kind of been relaxing because I had all these shows and everything. And so this is kind of like my brain break, planning break. And then I plan to do an EP and drop that in November. I'm not gonna say a date because I change my mind a lot, but it will be in November.
we'll replay this, see if you drop it on November.
Right, be like, damn.
Do you feel like the time whenever you decide to like drop a project, is there like something in mind that inspires you to drop a specific month or day?
Yeah, so like with Mood Swings, because there's like a lot of love songs and breakup songs, I wanted Mood Swings to fit like anyone's relationship status, you know? So I had different songs for different things, and I dropped that on Valentine's Day. But I mainly try to go off of whatever sound I choose. So, like, I like writing songs for, like, the cold months when people are, like, lonely and they can really sit and listen because they're not outside. And, like, that's my favorite time to drop a project is in the colder months or, like, approaching summer.
I've never heard anybody say that. Usually they just say it random times. I'm like, I'm thinking like 6 months from now I'm dropping.
Yeah, because I feel like certain songs you can't drop during the wintertime. Like, it has a summer sound. So, like, the single I have to drop it during the summer or else it's not going to make sense. You know?
Like preparing for that. What's been the hardest thing for you then? Because I feel like you're having to balance as an artist. Sometimes it's not just about making music. It's about management.
Yeah.
Social media, content.
Man. I mean, really, it's finding the time to write and finding the time to record. So, like, every song I've had, I wrote it the same day and recorded it the same day and got it mixed and mastered the same day, and I'm done with it because I don't have time. Like, I just don't have time to really sit and write. Yeah, so, like, I had to tell Taylor, like, please I can't take any bookings this month. I need to write. And because when I lock down, I could write 3-4 songs in one day if I really lock down, and I will go record it in one big session.
Do you have a studio that you like to go record?
I just go with Felix. Shout out Felix.
Did you start recording with him? Was he the first person you ever went to?
So I went to my brother's friend. I cannot remember his name for, like, my single. And
because most people, I feel like when they start, it's like at somebody's house or like it's a closet or something.
Oh yeah, that's where the best music comes from, is out of a closet. But I started with this one guy, just my one song, but it was my brother's connection. And then Landis Plane, like he was kind of learning how to engineer. He makes music as well, so I kind of was practicing with him, and then he was learning from Felix. So I was like, I love you, Landis, but I'm gonna go straight to the source where you're learning from. And then, like, I just stayed with Felix because chemistry is, like, very important. And I've tried to record with other people, but I just can't. I can't. And Felix says I cheat on him if I record with other people. So it's like staying loyal to a barber.
Yeah, that's true. How important is it, would you say that the connection with your producer and engineer is?
It's important because they know, like, it's their job to know how you like things to sound. And it's their job to know, like, how to get you out of your head too. So when you go to record with somebody new, they don't know that, and they have to learn that about you, and it takes a while to build that up. So that's why I stick with Felix.
Because I've heard a lot of producers and engineers, they say the biggest struggle too is, like, whenever they have a new artist, sometimes they try to tell them, like, oh, like, maybe try this or try that, and not everybody takes the criticism good.
Yeah, and, like, I have a friendship with Felix outside of our recording relationship, so it makes it a lot easier. Yeah.
You're like, just let me know when I got to redo, and I'll redo.
He'd just be like, girl, that was horrible. Or he won't even tell me it's horrible. He'd be like, do it again. And I think it's good. And he's like, no, do it again. I'm like, okay. And you got to trust their judgment too.
Exactly. You know what they're doing out there.
Yes.
Has your family always been supportive with your music journey?
Oh, absolutely. They used to push me. So my dad was actually a music artist. He was a rapper and a producer, and he still does some of it on the side. Not the rapping. He's too old for that. He's too old for that now. But I watched him growing up tour and perform. And I know one time we were little, he brought us on stage with him. So it's always been a part of my family. My whole family is, like, musically inclined in some way.
Do you feel like growing up that him being part of the music has helped you with your music journey as well?
Actually, it kept me away from it because, like, I was scared of criticism when I was little. So they didn't even know I could sing until, like, I was 13, 14. I've always known how to sing, but I would not sing in front of my parents. I was terrified.
You were scared that your dad was probably going to tell you, like
I sucked or something.
How did he take it then whenever you did
I got dared to do a talent show in 8th grade, and I didn't tell them I was doing a talent show, and they walked in while the talent show was setting up, and I was like, oh damn. And that's how they loved it. They're like, why haven't you done anything? And then after that, like, I got so comfortable. I did talent shows every year and musicals, and they had to tell me to shut up. Yeah.
So you said your dad's still doing music then. So do you feel like now, do you ever see yourself maybe doing something with him or?
Yeah. So he'll send me beats and stuff. I haven't used anything yet because I love it. Like, he's like, this sounds good. And it always sounds good. But I was like, you got to do what sounds good for what I want to do. So like I said, my dad is my biggest critic. And I feel like if I did a song to his beats, he would love it, but he would criticize it with all love.
I feel like that's how dads are. My dad used to be the same way.
Oh man, yeah, my dad's a coach, so like he's gonna coach.
So you said you got some, hopefully you said EP and projects coming in November?
Yes.
What's inspiring those albums or projects?
I'm trying not to be cliche because I am in my lover girl era, and I want to make sure like when writing a love song about somebody is so like that's my love language.
So question, have you ever wrote a love song for like, obviously because you know it's relatable to your life, but have you ever told them it was for them?
Oh yeah. Even songs that are like kind of offensive, I send it to them.
Really? Like even
absolutely.
to the people that you're like, it's probably been like a couple of years, you still send it to them?
I will send it to them. But nothing's ever been a couple years. Like it was everything I wrote was in that moment, and I always regret it later. Like before the Addicted song went viral, like I did the song called Make Me Feel, and like in the cover it's very blurry, but it's like me and my ex of mine. And and now every time I see that song I'm just like I cringe.
You think about it?
Yeah, but it's like that song did really well.
It
so
did.
I try
it's
not
catchy.
I like
really
it.
catchy.
It's really cute. And yeah, it just like I feel kind of weird when I release love songs, especially if we break up after, because then I have to keep singing it. But that's what people do. Artists do it all the time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
So you still got those projects, and then are you having any upcoming shows or events?
I have not gotten any yet, but I will. I know I will. I'm working on something, so I want to do something a little different because I always like to do a listening party. So. But I want to do something different with this listening party. I want it to be more of like a showcase for when I do my EP. So that's nobody take my idea. Let me have it. Let me have this one. But I do want more of like a showcase vibe for my listening party.
So do you come up with your own album covers too, or you gotta?
Yes. So we have a Darian Case is like he's like our creative director. So we're just I know he was so sick of me with the mood swings thing. Like we'll have meetings, plan a whole cover art, and then like right before I'm like, I changed my mind.
I'm gonna do something different.
Yes, we're gonna do something different, and that's kind of like my down. And I wouldn't say my downfall, but I'm very like all over the place.
You want to make sure it's good. That's the thing.
Yes, it's just sticking to one idea because I have so many that go through my head, and I like so many things inspire me.
But that's good though. You won't run out of ideas.
I've never run out of ideas, but it's good, but it's like horrible at the same time because I can never make up my mind on which idea I want.
And then I know you said you used to do modeling too. Mm-hmm. Do you ever see yourself maybe doing something like, let's say, whenever you're big? Starting a line of something, whether that's a product, clothing.
Yeah, so I never thought that far.
She said first time.
I know, whatever.
Now you're gonna start thinking.
Like, dang, that's kind of cool. Honestly, like I would do whatever is in demand. I feel like that's a business move. So like obviously like Rihanna has Fenty, makeup's been like makeup and skincare is like a big thing when she started hers. So she started that and then took off, and I will literally grasp on to whatever's best for that moment. Yep. So I don't care. It could be shoelaces. If shoelaces is a thing and trending, I'm going to have my own shoelace line.
So question 2. So if you got $1 million right now, what would you do with your $1 million?
I'm paying my debt. That's the first thing I'll do. And then buy my mom and dad a house and invest.
What do you see yourself investing in, like property or land?
I would say I would like to invest into a food chain that's already like a McDonald's. It sounds
smart though.
Yeah, it has to be something that's already building capital. So I would buy a couple restaurants that are already a thing, kind of let them run themselves. That's how I would do it.
I would take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I would buy a Hawaiian Bros. I eat that shit like every couple
I feel like there's just like I don't think a McDonald's will ever get shut down. So
yeah. That's true. Never had a business.
I love Cane's and Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, Cane's.
Cane's.
See?
Oh, you know what's crazy?
I was actually craving Cane's today. I swear to God.
See?
The crazy part is the other time they asked me, I was talking about with a group of friends, and a lot of people don't like Cane's.
They like Zaxby's over Cane's. I'm like,
Yeah.
ew.
I'm like, what? I like how clean the chicken is with Cane's.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with
What do you
Cane's.
get?
And the sauce.
You get the burger, huh? You get
No,
the
I don't.
sandwich.
I know I don't. I get the Canyon combo, bro.
Me too.
You're doing 6.
Nah, you doing-
I do too. I do too. Look.
I like the box combo, no salt, extra fries.
That's what I do.
I always get extra fries. And
I always
no
get extra
slaw.
fries. I get mad though because sometimes I open the box and I'm like, man, I ordered extra fries for a purpose, and then, like they give me a little teeny.
They just
bit of
spread it out.
Exactly.
Like, this is the
I'm
same
like,
amount of fries.
oh.
Y'all just spread it out.
refund me my
bit.
money real quick.
What is your favorite food, fast food? Cane's or
Favorite Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
I'm a whore for Chick-fil-A.
I love their cookies.
Yeah, I never had their
No,
cookies. I'm
I
gonna
love their
try.
cookies.
Their mac and cheese isn't bad.
I like their mac and cheese
What's
too.
yours for like fast food or like
Canes,
Cane's?
bro.
I'm telling you, those are like
That
my
taste
top-
sauce is different.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, Hawaiian's Bros is fast food, right?
Mm,
Yeah,
I'd
Hawaiian
say
Bros.
so.
I'm gonna go Hawaiian
Hawaiian
Bros.
Wine
Bros
Bros is good too.
So good.
Yes.
I just be tired. I think it's because I ate a bunch of cold pasta at home,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I don't want to deal with that anymore.
Man, I just like chicken regardless.
You try to
Anything
eat
chicken.
healthy?
I try. I'm not bad. Like, I don't eat a lot throughout the day. Like, I'm either gonna have one big breakfast and then like snack and I'll be straight, or like
I gotta eat like 3-4 meals a day.
I try. I really do try to eat a lot, but I just can't. I can't.
So what do you do like whenever, like for example, like if you ever get stressed and you don't want to deal with music,
Mm-hmm.
do you ever do like running or workout or for your own
Man.
self?
You know, I just spend time with like loved ones. I do work out. Well, I've been slacking. I've been slacking a little bit, but I there was one point where the gym was just like my overall stress reliever. I was in there twice a day all week.
Dang.
But it's kind of hard now with a kid. I mean, I had a kid then, but I had like a live-in babysitter that lived in my house at the time. So I could just be like, I'm going to the gym real quick. But now I was like,
So do you have any family here too?
I have one aunt.
I was
have
thinking about it
one
because I
aunt.
was like, because I know you're so busy, and I was just about to ask you, I was like, what about like with your kid? That's probably why you take your kid everywhere too, though, right?
Yeah, and
It's
you know,
hard.
like I said, like co-parenting
That's not it.
is not it. It's not what it looks like. Like there, like I at one point I had like a good system going on, and then like factors come in, and like it's like on and off now a lot. So
yeah.
like, I really rely on my son's dad's family for the help sometimes, but like you got to just kind of like break that off too. So it's a
Yeah.
little hard. And I don't have family down here.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, he'll come drive like 2 hours because he lives 2 hours away. So he'll
Okay.
come drive up here sometimes to help me out if I really, really need it. But if not, he's just going.
It's chilling.
Cannon is just like right next to me
No, yeah,
through it
that's-
all.
The good thing is that at least like how I said, it's props to you that you're pushing as a mom. It's not easy, your career. So big props to you.
Thank you. Thank you. It is not easy at all.
And then I know that you said you got those projects dropping. Where can the audience find your music or follow
Yeah,
you?
so I'm on everything possible. I mainly just use Spotify and Apple, but I'm on those, YouTube, Pandora, whatever, Amazon, you name it, I'm on there. Instagram at Asia Tsion, ASIATSION. It's pronounced Tsion, guys. Tsion.
Don't get it wrong.
Yes.
And then if you haven't tuned into her music, make sure you guys check her out. You're not, you're sleeping on her.
Thank you.
You got anything?
No, I don't. That's all you got?
That's it?
Awesome.
All right.
Sounds
well,
good. Thank you so much for your time. We
Of
really
course.
appreciate it.
I always look forward to
we're-
coming here.
We're excited to see where the future takes you. So
Thanks, guys.
keep pushing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. Make sure you guys, my bad. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any questions, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace out.